Hello everyone and welcome to the series that will be replacing the Fleet Terrific Thursdays, the Tycooners, starring myself and Chair. Hello Chair.
Hello, Fleet.
So we're going to be playing Railway Empire 2 today, and this series will basically be us building across the European continent, starting of course in York, and if you want to build towards Manchester, I'm going to set up industrial networks here in York proper.
Okie dokie.
Because the way Railway Empire multiplayer works is you work in parallel to build the same railway company. I think they're probably going to add competitive multiplayer at some point in the future, but for now we will have to make do with cooperative multiplayer.
Now, is this a North? Are we doing a West Coast and East Coast main line, or just a?
Yes, we absolutely will be.
Right. So I'll angle the station in Manchester sort of north-southy. Thing. I'll come into a funny angle at Manchester. I
Yeah,
don't care.
that's fine. We can hook around, can't we? I'm fairly certain.
Yes.
95% certain we can do that. Okay, so we'll bring in the... There we go. So bring in the... So... There we go. Beautiful. And then I also need to put a supply tower. But then... I can... So, if a freight train... That's G&M American, which is what we want. And then I also want to invest in two things, a maintenance depot and a warehouse that will store grain, because that means grain can also board the freight trains to Manchester. And since Manchester now has a... Oh, I can't, because we don't have a connection to York yet by trackage. What I can do, though, is I can build a...
I'm going to move the station because it seems to put it in the middle of a dip.
I'm going to set time going so we actually just start making some money. So if I'm going to build as though I'm going to... So obviously East and West Coast main lines will meet at Carlisle, given the way the map is, because there's no point bypassing Carlisle to go to Edinburgh if you look. Although I may build an extension to the East Coast main line that does just bypass. Honestly, that viaduct would not cost that much. Only cost 100,000. Actually, I can afford to build that. Okay, and then if... did you... Oh, you've not built the connecting trackage yet.
No, it's being funny.
But we'll get there. We will get there. So I'm going to... Can I keep the railway on a level over this part? With the viaduct, but yeah, I absolutely can. And I can do that for relatively little cost as well, which is absolutely beautiful. And then I can extend that package out to here for very little cost. Ah, there we go. So that's the line to... If you want to build outwards, if you could build out all the way to Holyhead, sort of get like sort of a bridge route across the country, you know, from York to Holyhead. I'll try and work on getting a concession to Wales, but I'm going to get to the last city we can actually serve, which is I believe it's Carlisle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to also connect Maze, so we can ship that along our network as well, because that will. I know for a fact that beautiful. That is absolutely peachy. Obviously, so... Oh, no. Oh, wow, you're actually able to get... Oh, yeah, you can get to Liverpool still. So the station
Mm-hmm.
that we hopefully we've got the gridirons. Oh, you've not got the
I've forgotten the signals. Yeah.
No,
I've lost it.
I'll get the signals on the supply tower for this bit behind you, and I'll get the train set up and running, so they're running, and you can just focus on then getting the. So this will be the Firefly, which is fine. That'll be the Express, York to Manchester, and then following behind that will be the freight train between York and Manchester, which is fine. And I also need to make sure that your warehouse also stocks corn. There we go. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is add a supply tower, which then means that the trains from Gordon can come south to York. Why won't you let me build from Gordon to York? The track work connects all the way through. There's no... I think the game is just being a little bit facetious. Will you not let me build to York? Why won't you let me build to York? So York... You will not let me build to Gordon for some reason. The track work is in place, everything is laid. Why won't you... There we go, the track work is in place. Everything is laid as it should. Now, will you let me do... Oh, did we just set a speed record? I think we just did. There we go. Now it'll let me. So I've got freight, GNM American. Fantastic. So that's even better. Oh, that's even better as well. So what I can do in Manchester is I'm going to build a maintenance depot and warehouse. And that will enable us to stock up. And also that means I need to add meat to York. As well, because the meat will have to go north to Carlisle. I also need, but because the meat is constructed in Manchester. No, you don't construct meat. I'm just gonna say. You do not, in fact, construct meat. But that is something that myself and my colleague are gonna make somewhat clear here. You do not, in fact, construct meat. That is not how you do it. There we go. So do that. It's a slightly more industrial line than some of the ones that we sometimes build. Definitely got more gradients than you might otherwise expect, but it has enabled us to get our start. So there we go. So that's a freight train, which is a GNM American, which is what we want. Very nice indeed. How much would it cost to get into... I've bought the concession to Wales. All of Wales. So finish the line to Holyhead. If you want to go on to Swansea, that's up to you. But I am definitely breaking through to Carlisle. That's a little bit of cutting, but honestly, that's really not so bad. So up to Carlisle. That's really a fairly decent run. So again, passenger train first. So it is mostly in front. And then behind that we have a freight train. And then that means I will also have to have York warehouse stock cloth, and Manchester warehouse will also have to stock grain, corn, beer, and cloth. So that can go on to Liverpool, and then from Liverpool onwards to... I see Chair is catching on. So the yep, you've noticed the double thing that we have at all train stations, the warehouse and the...
Yes.
Good. So there we go, everything is coming along quite nicely. That's fine. So Manchester to Carlisle is as it should be. I need to make sure, although of course, that we also have traffic running through to Carlisle, but I also... So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build a track from Carlisle into Liverpool. Make sure that is the right way around. It is. Okay, there we go. So now what I need to do is build... So I could go over the mountains, but that would be very costly. So I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and go along the coastline if I can. Sort of hug the coast a bit. Try and stay not quite on the there we go. So just keep it so that it's hugging the coastline very nicely. There we go. So in there, don't really need a tunnel if we can avoid it. So let's go out like that. Then again, continue to hug the coast like that. And again, keep hugging the coastline like that. I'm actually gonna cut that. If I cut that out, that gives... Yeah, if we cut that out, that gives a decent run. Like so. The other thing to do then is to obviously keep it hugging the coastline so that we don't have any real significant tunneling works, because again, we really want to avoid that. Not quite building the Settle to Carlisle, am I? I'm more building a coastal railway. Is that the correct side of the track? That is actually, yeah. Hey, Chair, I've managed to get along the coast from Liverpool to Carlisle for only 181,000.
Ah.
It's not for bad, is it?
Oh, from Liverpool?
Yeah.
Ah. I misinterpreted our route. Oh.
There will be a direct track from Manchester to Carlisle. That'll be for a Manchester to
Okay.
Carlisle Express. But
Good.
From Liverpool, I can get a nice flat run along the coast. Let me just check everything as it should be. Yep. Nothing is actually untoward. Everything is as it should be. All I have to do then is build back along the railway line, like so. And make sure the signals work as they should. There we go. Fantastic. Put down a ground frame at Carlisle. And then make sure we have a supply tower midway along the route. Basically following Stevenson principles here, where you really don't want to have a gradient. What was it he said? Anything more than 1 in 150 was just impossible for locomotives to do. Stevenson said something along those lines.
I'm not sure about that, but yeah, you wouldn't want to, really.
There we go. Oh, and speaking of locomotives, there we go. Got a new...
Especially for a main line, you really don't want to go over.
No, you really don't. Beautiful. Fantastic. Let me just convert all of our city-to-city... So all of our city-to-city freight trains will be replaced by Limats. There we go. Do we actually need salt at all?
I don't know.
Any of our cities?
I'm just continuing a southern main line down
Oh, no,
towards...
no, no, you're right. These level 2 cities do actually need salt. Good connection. Good shout. Oh, you. Okay, so that's running from Liverpool up along the coast. And here, of course, is a train using our new coast railway line. Okay, they just can't do the full speed, which is annoying given the fact they're supposed to be on the flat. Which I do find very annoying. So we haven't broken through to Holyhead yet, but we will.
Well, in short order. There we go.
Yeah, you got him. You got him. Oh, were you just... Ah, yeah, I see what you did there. Let me just see if I can... Oh, it won't let me... Let's take a quick pause so I can do some a little bit of remodeling. No.
No?
I'm doing a bit of...
Oh, right, okay.
Just maybe track 3, so there we go. So I want to drag you all the way out like that. And then you all the way out like that. And then if I... Why won't it... do that. Why is it... Why does that suddenly become a problem for you? Okay, so...
Yeah, that was what I was been spending a little while trying to solve some issues.
There we go. Okay, so... And... There we go. Full 4-track gridiron.
Ah, one.
And then all I have to do then is... just... tie in the track to Liverpool with a bit of a balloon curve, like that. Make sure trackage is correctly signaled, and it is beautiful. Fantastic. Freight train, American. Beautiful. Do we have a freight between... Oh, we do. Yeah, you set one up. Beautiful. That is fantastic. So that's the train from Carlisle to York. That is fine. Also, there's a very attractive viaduct on the line from York to Carlisle, by the way. Just a very nice long well, there's a few actually decently attractive viaducts on that section of trackage. Wait, what's that then? Is that clay? That's not salt, is it? Yeah, that's clay. No, oh, not sugar. Sugar in the UK? So we store sugar in Manchester. That can then also go to York and to Liverpool and to Carlisle, because oh no, there isn't a direct train from Manchester to Carlisle. Let us just let me just change that. So first things first, in order to account for new traffic, I'm going to extend the station out and extend the grid. that is then going to be en route for trains into Manchester, so trains from all points north. There we go. And then what I will do is we'll then off of this trackage branch off a track that will join with the main route. What did you just...
Sorry, Holyhead line.
Christ almighty,
Whoops.
did it not get cut? Good lord, did you... Ooh. Eesh. Ooh. How much did that cost?
I have no idea. 100 and something pounds.
Ooh, good lord. We're going to have to save up our pennies before we can put anything on that. We also need to double track it somehow.
Whoops, sorry.
It's alright, it's fine. Anyway, where was I? Need 72,000 to build the line through to link up with the direct track to Manchester. Sorry, the Manchester to Carlisle trackage. There we go. And laying a second set of rails through shouldn't be... Oh, that is... Why did I do that? Fleet, you are very silly. Why did you do that? Oh, Queen Victoria has taken a ride on a choo-choo. I hope she enjoyed it. There we go. So that is the direct connection between Manchester and Carlisle constructed, which is absolutely fantastic. Oh, I need money for that. Can I put a GM American will cost less? Okay, fantastic. Do I have any research available? Not really. But we will do. So if I... So freight train, Manchester to Carlisle. Okay, there we go. Manchester to Carlisle freight. Because the main reason I want to put the freight on first is because that will move sugar north from Manchester, which is something that Carlisle can't get.
Yes.
It also provides a direct route for meat as well. The only thing we don't have that our towns need is lumber. Ah, there we go. There's lumber.
Well, once the Holyhead line's finished, then
Yeah, I'm just gonna set up. I'm just gonna set up the network so that it can reach everywhere. So it's just Manchester and Liverpool that need lumber in their warehouses, because Carlisle and York will then automatically get it, and Holyhead will get it because it's on the, it'll be on the. I assume which track planning are you on?
sorry.
Get rid of all that, just so we're not using any track planning. Okay, so.
Oh, you can have multiple track. Oh, I'm trying track planning one.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
realise you could have more.
So whatever you're using, the other person can. Okay, so 2%. Oh, I see. Yeah, so I see. We had to gain height to get to Holyhead, but you've basically had to take some liberties with. That's fine. 3% grade. That's not too bad. I can live with that. I do wish you could have hugged the coast a little bit more. But
if I hug the coast, it would actually go down because I'm in Liverpool. Because Liverpool's up.
yeah,
So you have to come down onto the coast, to then go back up to Holyhead.
Yeah.
Which makes it nastier, actually.
Fair enough.
That's the fact I can get it, pretty much.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll do spark arrestor because that'll increase the reliability of our engines. Let's go and examine our competition. So, in central... I'm going to go away and examine our competition, Chair. Why don't you come up with a livery for our locomotive fleet? You can either have a unified livery, or you can have a freight livery and a passenger livery. We're using the G&M Americans and the Fireflies.
Righto.
So, in Central Europe, our rival is a man with a pipe in his mouth. He's built between two cities. In Spain, there is a railway that runs to serve industries and links that to a town, but pretty much does that and only that, and has actually somehow built across two areas to provide industrial goods to that town, but does very little else. And finally, in Poland, there is a railway that serves two towns and an industry. But compared to what we have here in our railway network, it doesn't even come close. Got the grain moving. The only thing I really want to do... but we lost the thing for Birmingham, that's fine though. Swansea's over there. Holyhead is there. I'm not bothered about our rivals, given, well, to be blunt, we're just better than they are. The AI really isn't a threat. We just need capital to invest in the second line to Holyhead. Once we've got that, we're in it to win it. That's the plan, anyway. So how are we doing? And actually, let's have a look at the designs, the livery of our locomotives. Ooh, I like the paint scheme on the American, the black with red lining. That's really quite nice. And the Firefly, well, you've turned the Firefly into a Firefly.
Yeah, well, sort of a mix between Firefly and Lion as Titfield Thunderbolt.
Oh, very nice.
With the red lower parts from Titfield Thunderbolt.
Oh yeah, like no complaints from me. That's a fantastic little thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a Holyhead to. Oh no, wait, we haven't finished. No, you haven't finished the line to Holyhead yet. Stop building things you haven't finished yet. Stop it.
Alright. Here we go.
Sky is pretty. There we go. Oh, that's a breakdown. That's not what we want. Why is Liverpool not growing? What is your problem, Liverpool? Oh, did we just finish that? We did just finish the track between Holyhead and Liverpool.
I'm building the lumber station.
Yep, I'm gonna get the trains running between Holyhead and Liverpool. Get those trains running. A little bit more capital, but once I've got that, you basically want a freight train that runs between Holyhead, the lumber station, Liverpool, then back through the lumber station to Holyhead. And there's our freight. Fantastic. And I need to go north. This is a very, very pretty game at times. And it runs surprisingly well. There we go. Thank you. Kindly get out of my way, please. There we go. We need a a supply tower, and then ship salt. No, sorry, not salt. Sorry, wool. There we go. And this will open up the cloth trade to our railway, which is very, very, very good. So there's sugar going through Manchester. Then we've got the single track line to the O'Sullivan Terminal, which is very good. Oh, we're having that. Oh, no, 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 no. Hang on. Close the auction. Close the auction. Right, time to do some sneaky things. Company, statistics. No, 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 you can't. Oh, no, no. Oh. I was trying to take out a loan to buy the thing, but just couldn't do it in time. Carlisle to York, which is technically classed as an express train, which is good. And that means I can actually do a proper Carlisle to Holyhead express train with a mail car, a caboose, and a dining car. Of course, when we get a better express engine, we'll institute the two-tier express system that we had in the other one. So we did a trial game of this to see how the multiplayer worked. We had found that a two-tier system where the normal passenger trains are worked by the generation behind express engine, and the crack trains are worked by the most up-to-date engine, works fairly well. The thing, of course, is that until we get another express engine, the only express engine we have is the Firefly, and it's not worth splitting. That is not a gradient I remember putting on the line between. I do not remember putting that on the trackage at all. I do not remember that. I am gonna fix that. That gradient needs leveling out massively. Yeah, I am leveling out that gradient massively. That is just good heavens above. A 2% grade. It's all right. It's acceptable. There we go. That's annoying. I'll have to research what someone else just bought. That's very annoying. There we go, that's removed a horrible gradient off the Manchester to Carlisle line. That was very much not. It's taken a 4% grade down to 2, which I'm actually fine with. So that's fantastic. Alright, everything is going reasonably okay. Okay, so we're back in it. Alright then. So, we are now looking at... So the trackage along from York to Manchester is doing really quite well, Chair. I've bought the concession into the Midlands. You want to crack through to Birmingham? We can't get through to Oxford yet, but we can get to Birmingham.
Alright, I'd go to Birmingham.
Go to Birmingham. Go to Birmingham. Oh. Gotta go to Birmingham. You know, gotta go to Birmingham. Gotta go down to Birmingham, you know. Birmingham. Oh, God. Just, we're gonna get so much flack for that.
Yeah, but it's gonna be some Brummies.
Yeah, don't think any of... I'm just checking. Do any of our cities demand coal? Nope. York is the biggest of them, and not even York actually demands coal. I like how the driver of the train that runs to Lockhart Stop is complaining about the gradient he has to deal with, and I'm like, my guy, you tackle it light engine with no load. Stop being a wimp. Look at this, he just goes... You tackle that light engine, stop complaining. So there we go, that's the... Oh, that reminds me, so I need a maintenance depot. Sorry, I've just taken your money away, I apologise, but we needed a maintenance depot at Holyhead. Did you put in the train to the lumber mill?
Oh no, sorry, I thought you were doing that.
Nope, I'll get that. Yep, the problem, I will get that now. I was wondering why logs weren't flowing across our network, now I know. Let me just get an American to do that. That should be fine just to have one train doing that. That'll be fine. Holyhead has beer that nowhere else needs. East of it, and of course York has beer. Manchester, I think, stores beer to take onwards. It does, that is good. Which is absolutely fine and dandy. I'll get oil lamps, that increases the amount our passengers pay. All is right with the world. And very quickly, where are we? So, the Carlisle to York Express train, sorry, passenger train took a bit of a delay. Freight's moving at relatively decent pace though. Including the beer. Beer. So Banks Pit is salt. Oh wait, yeah, Banks Pit isn't actually connected yet. York has grown. This is all very, very good.
Bye money.
Continental Railways, excellent. We are the best, better than all the rest. Hide your best. West, I guess. That's a freight bound for Holyhead. Let me just very, very quickly tie in the industrial branch. This is going to be... So it turns out tying in that little... Oh, is that why you gave up on trying to tie in the grain farm at Matthews?
Just the gradient's just silly.
Leave it with Fleet. Fleet will have a crack at it.
Which also makes me doubtful of the Holyhead to Swansea Railway at any time soon. Really.
That should be all right. Getting over the hills shouldn't be too difficult.
Bye money again.
What did we lose this time? There we go. So that's fine. Yeah, do that. There we go. There we go. There we go. So slight. Nope, I have no desire on breweries in Zurich, do you?
Nope.
Oh, that... Honestly, I think I'm going to have a short tunnel. It's ironic that the actual first tunnel on the network is on an industrial railway. Of all the things. Even need 2 tons, unless I could somehow avoid it. 7% grade, though. Oh, that's gonna... I mean, I suppose if I... bring it closer to the mountainside, that at least makes that gradient manageable. Yeah, that makes the gradient manageable on the upgrade when the train is actually ascending with a load on. That's fine, that's mostly okay. If I actually... Ooh, if I make you where the trackage starts instead, we instead go round like that, then hook across. Ooh, there we go. How is that still 200? How is that still 200,000? How much? There we go. Oh my god. Do you want to know how much the branch is actually going to cost to build?
I'm not sure if I do.
Take a guess.
150.
Oh, no, never mind. For some reason, I've got it down to 80... it was going to cost 400,000, but I don't know what I changed, but I got it down to 89,000. Chair, behold,
Okay.
the most complicated branch line on the network. That is all to avoid earthworks at every level. You see what I've done?
Just bendy.
I also managed to get the gradient up to Holyhead down to a 2% grade.
Okay.
Which I am very impressed with. And then before the trains tackle the gradient, they will take on sand and water. There we go. Thank you very much. And that will be the... No, thank you. We do not have need of your mills in the middle of Europe for reasons that we don't fully understand. Like, will you buy this estate near Zurich? No. Why won't you do this? Because I don't need it. But why not? Because I don't need it. Why don't you need it? Because I don't need it. It's like...
We now have a Birmingham, Manchester, York.
Ooh, I like
Carlisle
how
Express.
you've threaded that quite nicely.
Mm-hmm.
You've threaded that through the valleys quite nicely.
Indeed.
Let me just get the maintenance depot. No point Birmingham having a does Birmingham? Okay, Birmingham produces meat. That's fine. So we can connect the. Let me just very quickly build out a double track main line south, just so that we've got somewhere to build off of. we go. Beautiful. We've got 181 days to connect that farm. So we're right. Ooh, look at that! The landscape covered in snow. 1841. Very nice indeed. Oh, have you noticed the length of some of our passenger trains now? Liverpool to Manchester nearly. I mean, something's going right. And that's the line across the hills. Oh my god, the Carlisle to Holyhead Express is actually fully loaded. What happened? Why are we being compensated?
I'm making York 4 tracks, and I've not quite done it right. Because I'm seeing trains back up, trying to get into York, so yeah, getting quadrupled.
Fair enough. Yeah. No, you don't have to connect that. The gridirons do all the work of crossing over.
It is.
Yeah, so if you build 4 tracks, and you put a gridiron on, the gridiron, if you look, then allows trains to access all 4 tracks.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And then we have, and then the in-law reasons why those 2 just dead end is that, like, it's a stub end track. Although more accurately, that's now given us a route straight down to Cambridge, should we want it.
Hmm.
Do you want to tie in that little farm near Birmingham?
Cow farm or the wheat farm?
The one that has the connection bonus. It'll be giving us the
Right,
money.
Money.
Money. Now listen here, no fighting with the cows. No, it's my wedding, no fighting with the cows. Don't headbutt a steam engine, no fighting. Peaky Blinders reference. Okay, Manchester. Okay, so we need vegetals, which we can only get on the Isle of Man. Anyone want to build? Can we build a rail ferry? No. So how are we meant to get there? A bridge. And how much would it? How long would it? How much would it? The nearest station is actually Carlisle. If I build a single track line off from Carlisle, how? That's 800,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's too much money. Oh, we can get fruit. We can tie fruit into York. That's not too hard. Go round to the side, please. There we go. So like that. Goes there, going straight there. 300k to tie in that. Okay, so some of the other companies are getting quite profitable. Our value is going up. We are the third most valuable company.
Birmingham's growing at a double rate.
That's good. There we go. So that's pretty good. No, thank you. I don't want any of that. Oh yeah, Birmingham's getting everything it needs. There we go. Can we get anything? Oh, we can get... no, I'm going to save up and get the Jenny Lind. Even though the Jenny Lind isn't an express train, it is actually almost as fast as the Firefly. I'm going to use that to replace the Firefly on some of our heavier, you know... Fireflies are starting to struggle. Some of the heavier express trains. Need 300 for that, so we'll wait and get that. Where did you just build to?
Just a little, just making York has the gridiron on both sides. So
Sounds good. Beautiful. Wow. Yeah, the passenger network is absolutely thriving. So I'm just gonna do a York to Birmingham express train. There we go. So that's pretty good. Oh, Carlisle to York. Hang on a minute. Why is the Carlisle to York going via... Wait, why is he past York? That's very strange. Birmingham to Manchester. Birmingham to Manchester is gone past Manchester. Why is he gone past?
That might be that. No, that's Birmingham. That's because it goes Birmingham, Manchester, York, Carlisle, York, Manchester. So it only rates it as.
Oh wait, you put in
Birmingham, Manchester.
wait, have you added more passenger trains to cope with demand?
Yes. It goes all the way to Carlisle. It goes well, it doesn't go non. It goes Birmingham, Manchester, York, Carlisle, York, Manchester, Birmingham. So people can just stay on one train.
Fair enough.
All the way through. Because my word, wouldn't it be annoying if it get off at every station and get on a different train?
So I've named the York to Birmingham the Brummie Flyer. What are we calling the Carlisle to Holyhead Express?
Yeah.
Irish Mail?
Yeah, why not?
Actually, I'm going to call that the Scotch Mail. And then I'll have the Irish Mail be the Manchester to Holyhead Express. There we go. And the funniest thing is when we actually get through to Ireland itself. Oh, yes, we're having that. No, I'm sorry, folks, we're having that. Thank you. I'm glad we had money saved up for that. Oh, you're colouring up the Jenny Lind. Let me just find the... So the Brummie Flyer can go back to having a Firefly. Oh, is that... so the Brummie Flyer, the Irish Mail, and then the Scotch Mail can go back to having express locomotives, and then we'll be able to quite easily keep an eye on things. Because the Jenny Linds are actually much better at handling the heavier regular passenger trains. Oh, I like that, the green with the red. That's a really attractive livery. This can be a very pretty game at times. Paper mills. No, we'll get. We'll wait and get paper. Actually, we'll get the chemical plant for now, and then I'll get hotels in a second. Or probably bribery, because that'll give us make it easy to construct railways. Okay. I'm actually gonna make sure that we don't do something silly. So I'm gonna. No, thank you. I have no need for a brewery in Zurich. Do you want to connect up that connection bonus? Grain farm. I couldn't think of the word for farm there.
Oh yeah, sure.
Go. There we go, and then that will tie into the main trackage there. Shouldn't take too long, because especially with the amount of... do you want to do a... do you want to do a Birmingham, Manchester, Carlisle, Manchester, Birmingham goods train, but actually call it something like the Birmingham to Carlisle slow goods, so it distinguishes it from the regular service?
Yeah.
Put two G&M Americans on it, so to have two trains on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I've connected up the thingy.
Fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. No, I meant to...
Just Birmingham, Manchester, Carlisle, so.
I meant to Birmingham, yeah. Birmingham, Manchester, Carlisle, and then back, obviously, through Manchester. Because we've already got... and then, of course, And then if you do a Manchester, York, Carlisle slow goods as well, because then that'll link up with the slow goods that serves the other branch of the route.
Mm-hmm. Just need 113,000.
Sorry, I've just used some of that money to connect. Oh, and I did almost forget. We need. Oh, I need more money. Money! Gotta have the money! Oh, there we go. Bribery reduces the cost of everything. Marvelous! Who knew? Bribing officials works every time. Note: do not bribe public officials. The Fleet of Ocean's YouTube channel does not endorse bribery.
Mm-hmm.
Just putting that disclaimer in there before I have the IRS banging on my door saying, "How dare you encourage bribery?" They are repaired more often. There's literally a repair station in every single town. Every single one. Stop being such a... Yeah. Rumbles against that man. Okay. And of course Cambridge also needs corn and wheat to grow, and it needs meat as well, which it will get. There we go, and I'm just going to link in the track to Birmingham. That was going to take a bit more money than we have, but that's fine. I'll just wait for the cash flow to build in, because our cash flow is honestly a little bit insane now. we go. There we go. Then we need to link Birmingham to Cambridge. There we go, with a Jenny Lind. Once we've got the money for it, which we now do. And then we need another train to link through to Cambridge, which will be freight provided by a GNA American, which is absolutely fantastic. And that'll provide a direct meat run through there. So, have I got that right? Manchester now produces London. If it does, that's actually really useful. No, we don't need that. Birmingham will need to have a warehouse though now to carry lumber, so that we can ship lumber through Manchester down to the south towards Cambridge. While I'm actually here and doing nothing, let's take a ride along the very scenic but also incredibly costly to build branch line of ships and trains to the great city of Holyhead. Worked by one of our freight engines. It's a very pretty branch line, but it's a purely industrial railway. That's pretty much all it does. It's the ride. There we go. Clambering up the escarpment now. Carrying grain. Loco doing actually surprisingly well on a 2% gradient, which is very good to see. Which is honestly very reassuring. Did we get enough for a warehouse in Birmingham? No, we need to save up. How much is a warehouse in Birmingham? 215,000. Bloody Peaky Blinders charge it as extra. Honestly. Okay, so let me just wait for the income to flow in. There we go. Okay, so it needs to hold lumber. It needs to hold beer. It needs to hold sugar and cloth, which are all goods that will need to go south to the major metropolises like London and Oxford. Well, then again, Manchester and Carlisle are now the country's biggest cities. So Holyhead, so Carlisle, Liverpool, Holyhead, Liverpool, Carlisle, freight, caboose, locomotive American, and this is the Carlisle, Holyhead, slow goods. And that'll be 2 freight trains. There we go. Fantastic. That is all fantastic. So you can sort of see an east and west coast main line developing, can't you, Chair?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There we go. Coming into there's the train going north to York. Not really carrying much freight since Cambridge needs to grow. Although, ooh, hang on. Hang on a minute. If Cambridge has a warehouse, and that warehouse can store vegetables, then the vegetables from Russell Estate can go west. So from York, I need to look. So we probably... So, yeah, we need to have U-store vegetables and U-store fruits. So those can then be shipped across the network to the big cities of Manchester and Carlisle, which absolutely will need them. Okay, so let me build as though I'm going to... I think that's Plymouth. Nope, it's Dover. My geography is terrible. Something, something, no true Englishman, fallacy. Etc, etc. There we go. And let me just then build the line to the vegetable plantation. There we go. And then out like that. And then there we are. And we also want a supply tower, which I can't afford. This is the thing I like about putting inflation on, especially at high levels, which I have done. Like, you can tell we're definitely growing and we're able to expand faster, but it doesn't become, you know, just an outright I win button. Like, we actually have to bear in mind that inflation is growing, our costs are rising. Go make sure we get the grain to Cambridge. There we go. And I need then the. There we go. This should all. Oh, good lord. I hope Liverpool's not too crowded. It doesn't seem to be. And that'll be the Carlisle and Holyhead slow goods. Oh, actually, both Carlisle and Holyhead slow goods actually passed at Liverpool where they were supposed to. Fantastic. That is ace. Oh, where are you building, chair? Show me all.
Manchester.
Manchester. Is that how we've got to say it now for the rest of the series? Manchester!
If you feel like it.
Manchester! Oh, by the way, you can just replace gridiron if you already can't. Let me just that one. And then if it'll let me... Oh, hang on, if I'm just about to do it right. There was a moment there where it would let me do it. Oh, come on, let me do it. Come on, let me do it. Oh, no. So close.
We're gonna have to redesign the line to Liverpool a bit, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put the. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. It's alright. Pause. It's alright. Redesign the line to Liverpool. We know what we're doing. Thank you. The gridiron back in. It makes this actually so much easier to do. Okay, so no, go away. Thank you. Okay, so no, build you further out, please, and you further out, please, and you further out, you further out. Get rid of that gridiron. Oh, come on, it won't let me do it. Why won't it let me do it? Oh, really? You're telling me that's disconnected? I literally built that so it would not be disconnected, okay? All right. Never mind. Oh, Jay, you jumped the gun.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, maybe not. Why? Actually, yeah. I'll accept it being a 5-track station, and then we'll just have the...
Hang on, let me see if I can...
Actually, no, I'll go even better than that. I will do a... We'll do 2 gridirons. We'll do...
No, done it.
How... It let you do it, but...
Because I rebuilt the track again, and it worked this time.
Okay, fantastic. There we go. Reconnect that. There we go, and everything else is as it should be. And we're off again. Fantastic. We're storing sugar there. We're storing cloth. No, we're not storing any corn, and we're not storing any beer because it seems to travel direct, so we'll leave that where it is. Carlisle has a maintenance depot. Oh my god, Carlisle does not have a maintenance depot. You know, I was beginning to wonder why we were having so many problems at Carlisle. I now know. No depot. There we go. The absolute business of Carlisle Station, I'm going to expand it into a proper... Oh, we've got a bridge over Carlisle. Oh, come on, why won't you let me do it? Will you let me have 4? Okay, it will let me have 4 tracks. So I will have 4 tracks for now. And then I'll keep the other 2 for other uses for now. Not perfect, but it'll do. Felt like I was bashing my head against the brick wall there, but we got there in the end. Okay, Cambridge has grown, so I'm going to introduce a Cambridge to Manchester fast freight. And that's going to carry vegetables between Cambridge and Manchester, ideally. I used to think you could give fast freights to mixed engines, but if you have things that aren't a freight engine hauling things that aren't freight, it just chugs. So you literally just need to wait for better freight engines. There we go. Beer for Birmingham. No wonder we're making so much money, Chair. Beer for Birmingham. How are we doing? Alright, Manchester is now a massive track terminus. The Brummie Flyer is on its way northwards. I can't wait to get a much better express engine. Tell you the God's honest truth.
Mm-hmm.
So there goes Birmingham, Manchester. That has the Birmingham to... Oh. Hey, we're not doing too badly. The goods trains are enabling things to grow across our network fairly well. Foreign workers. We're having that. I don't care how much money they think they have. We're having that. Do any of... None of our cities require coal, do they? Nope, none of our cities still require coal. There we go. Build libraries in all the cities that can accommodate them. And then in York, we'll have a museum as well, because... Excellent. That means York will grow even more. Right, I am actually building the line to Swansea. I'm taking up the challenge now that we've got enough money. I don't know what that is, but I'm just going to stop actually doing it. It's getting in the way of my construction. Okay, so trackage to Swansea. Yeah, if we tie into that. Yeah, it's an average 4% downgrade on the track through to Swansea. Okay, I think I see how this will go. I think I actively understand now how this needs to go. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of an interesting route. So there we go. If we bring that across the moors like that, that's fine. Can we bring the? That's fine. It's beautiful. There we go. Can we avoid a tunnel? Only if we build more bridges, which I really would rather not do. And that long bridge over that bit of terrain there is something I'd also rather avoid if we can. So I'll accept a 2% grade. I'll drop the gradient down a tad, like that, because what that'll do is that'll then keep the we can have a bit of the railway on a bit of an elevation. Oh, the game has decided to chug some what? How did I... Oh my god. Ah. Why is the game chugging for no reason? I don't understand.
Me neither.
Is it chugging for you as well?
A little.
Oof. It's weird, isn't it? Okay, so most of that was actually the tunnels, but it's worth it. How much would it cost to double it with all the bells and whistles? Honestly, that is not that much. That is only 300,000 to double the line. Given our cash flow, I am absolutely gonna take that. Hey, Chair, come look at the line to Swansea. It's an absolute beauty. I'm quite proud of it. Somehow managed to get it so that it... It won't make the engine crews want to throw me off a cliff. And of course it has the longest tunnel on the network.
Yep.
There we go. Everything's running pretty well so far. The only thing I need to do now is to build a line between Birmingham, Manchester and Swansea. That should be fairly straightforward to do. So most of the trackage will be fairly similar. Although that being said, I'm looking at it and I think probably the best thing to do is to build into Liverpool and then have trains connect to Manchester from there. Railway Empire for some reason does this. 1 minute it's absolutely fine, and then for some reason it decides lag be upon ye, and I do not know why. I absolutely wish I did, because it makes no sense. Like, 1 minute my game is absolutely fine, and the next thing it goes, I cast lag on ye, die. Really? That is a little bit annoying. It's very annoying, actually. There. Good lord, this game at times. I don't understand it. Good lord.
What happened?
There we go. So then that's a Swansea to Liverpool express train, worked by a Jenny Lind. And then a Swansea to Liverpool freight train, worked by our standard... Oh, no. G&M Americans. Fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. Doesn't get much better. York is now absolutely huge. Like, seriously big. And yet it's still does not require coal, which I do not understand. Does it require salt, though, now? Ah, yeah, we just casually shot ahead of all of our competition, cower before our magnificence. You're telling me the only thing in the game that requires coal is the chemical plant? Are you being serious right now? The only thing that requires coal in industrial England is the chemical plant. That's honestly depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally all of the fireplaces in all of the homes in this entire country, are we a joke to you? Basically. Build a railway line to very quickly supply salt to York. After all, we don't want them to get a little bit salty now, would we? Well, hey, thank you. That's a good joke. I'm here all night. Don't forget to tip your waitresses. There we go. This will be a freight train. Worked by, again, one of our classic G&M Americans. Absolutely beautiful. Just can't do better. Railway Empire. It's a heck of a game. It really is. We've covered the most of the middle of England with our railway networks, and we've done very well from it.
Mm-hmm. We have indeed.
Jenny Lynn's worked most of the passenger trains. The expresses are worked by Fireflies. And to be honest with you folks, we are actually set for an explosive boom in the next session. And I hope you will all join us for that. So about an hour and 15 in, that's where we're going to call it here. So these games, these videos will run for about an hour and 15, give or take. Possibly up to 2 hours, depending on how much fun we're both having and how much progress we're making. But for now, this is the end of this session. As you can see, our network has stretched from Cambridge and Swansea in the south, up through the heart towns of Holyhead, Liverpool, Manchester and York, up to the most northerly town on the Scottish border, Carlisle. Next week, we'll be looking to finalise Britain. So, trackage through Edinburgh, Glasgow, Aberdeen, Fort William and Thurso in the north. Probably me handling the mountainous sections. And Cher connecting the industries and towns of Plymouth, Bristol, Oxford, London and Dover in the south. And so that will be our task for next week. On behalf of myself, I'd like to say it's goodbye from me. And Cher, if you can say goodbye, also if he wishes.
It's goodbye from him.
To Ronnie's moment. Thank you everyone for watching. Take care and I'll see you all next week.